Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday, or happy whenever you're seeing this day. My husband just texted me from the river. He and his brothers are on this new section of the river having fun. He said yesterday that so they're going to be on the river for, I think, 4 nights. Yesterday was their first night, and they caught 40 fish. Chris, my husband, and his 2 brothers, and they saw a bear and an eagle. So yesterday was a good day for them. And he says, another good day. They are all set the camp up for the night. So I can't wait to hear and see what tomorrow brings. Hi, everybody. I have to admit, Eliza, I don't know a lot about all of the things happening in the sky you mentioned. So is this good stuff that's coming up for us, Eliza? Because you say it's a lot of information, and I'm sure it's helpful. I just don't know how it's helpful. So Mercury direct Thursday, both times are Pacific, and then Eliza said this as well. I do know that new moons are great for calling in manifestations. That I do know. Go ahead and in all caps, just like Glorious did, in all caps, you can ask a question for Tutah. I do not do the political here on my channel, as it can be triggering, and people are very passionate about politics, and I just want people to feel welcome here. So yeah, message from Spirit, good one. Hi, Sharon. Sharon, do you have anything coming up on your channel or other channels you're going to be on? Hello, Susan. And Eliza, hello. Wayne, hello. Suzanne, hello. Good evening, Lori. Hi, Samantha. Hello, Ness. Thanks for coming. Glorious, thank you for your question. So Eliza says this. Mercury direct is helpful for all communication glitches. Yes. Yes, for that. Yes. And if you guys do have questions, just put it all in capitals, because I get a little loopy when I'm talking to my people, and I don't want to, skip over someone. But Ness, I do see your question. You don't have to retype that. I see it. Hi, Flowing. Hey, Butterfly Kisses. Ooh, Lori, that's a great question. I'm excited for that one. Hi, Michaela. I got your question. And Ellen. Okay, we'll look into that. Oh, Guardian, great question. Well, yay. Nope, you don't need to retype it, Ness. I got it. Were we telepathically talking to each other? Okay. I'm going to hop right into it. I hope everybody is having a pleasant day. Like Eliza asked, I had a good day. I stayed up too late last night, though, and I was driving my kiddo to school, and we both were guilty of staying up a little bit too late. But everybody made it to where they needed to, so yeah, I think so too, Des. Hey, Rossi. It was a good pace, Ness said. Not too intense. Agreed. Agreed. Okay. I'm going to hop right in. Okay, glorious. Any messages from guides, and what do they want me to know? Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Just calling my people, since this is the first reading of the day. I'm just going to call some people in. Take a couple breaths. Just going to release my day. We're just asking for this to, these are mini readings, but to ask, for this for our best and highest good, receiving these messages with grace and ease. It's like they're showing me rolling out the carpet for you. But since it's Tutah speaks and it's something I speak, they're actually like rolling out this tongue, like, okay, we're ready. So glorious. Let's see what they have. Let me see what they have for you. Just breathing and relaxing. Do you do some breath work, Glorious? They're making me hold my breath, which or showing me holding my breath. It's something that I do, so that might be for me. I'm not sure if that's for you, if you're a person that holds their breath. It took me a while to like come to terms with holding my breath. It's like a kind of like an anxiety thing, almost like waiting to hear something, or it's like an anxiety thing for me. And they're talking about how walking in the sand can be slow us down. They're talking about that. Yeah, just again talking about like slogging through the sand. And it's like it's pleasant to be in the sand. It's nice, it's warm and it's sunny. The sand isn't too hot. But they're talking about how each step in the sand is a little bit more the labor of it is a little bit more of a demand when walking in a sand-like situation. Akutama okama tia shema yewa. And so when there are things, whether we want things to slow down, or if things in our lives are even showing us that it's time to slow down, as if we're walking in the sand, they say that's when breath work is really important. They're just reminding me, like, when I go for a hike, even though someone can go to the top pretty fast, that if you're out of breath when you get to the top, they're just saying if it would be, if the feeling and experience would be a little bit different. They're not saying one way is better than the other. They're just looking at the differences between taking something a little bit slow so we can catch our breath. And again, it's breath, breath, breath. I'm just going to work on your breath here for a second. Catching your breath. And I can hear like my voice is a little bit different. The language is coming through a little different. It almost feels like something like really needing your attention. And it's like when something just really needs your attention. And they're like showing me the example as if, if there's a child that needs us in an urgent way, like that feeling of like, I need to get to them as fast as I can. I think they're just letting you know that they're seeing some things going on. Glorious. And so they're showing me a kite on a not a particular windy day, but the kite is up in the sky, and they're saying that the kite is taking these dips and these dives. But it's still up in the sky. It's where the air is. It's where the wind is. And the kite, if the goal was for it to be up there, that's where it is. It may not be like the perfect windy day for the kite to be flying. For the goal, they're saying the goal, katana no shita, is to have the kite up there. And it may not be perfect, but they're showing me the thing that the kite is tethered to. It almost looks like it's made out of like popsicle sticks and twine. And they just want to hold it right here in the chest area where we take the breaths. And we're just taking breaths, breathing in, breathing out, and imagining we have the thing, the goal is up where it's supposed to be. So we're just going to relax as we hold on to what it's tethered to, and like in our heart space, by our lungs, and we're just going to be okay in this situation right now, just taking a little bit of a break and breathing. And it's not like we're forgetting about what the situation is or what the goal is, because we can feel it tugging every so often. And just calming down and taking those breaths. They know things are going on with you. I can see you catching your breath. I'm seeing you on your knees catching your breath. We're holding on. We're tethered to the situation. It's not perfect, but but it's okay. And they say, I wasn't easy getting here. But I'm just calling and seeing your people, like you're calling them in too. They're sharing the color green, like a certain color green. They're giving that to you, and almost as if that's the color shirt you're wearing in this situation. And they are, they have your back. They're with you while you're there on your knees. catching your breath, and they have their hands on your shoulders. They're there with you. And they're there with you, and they have, when you go to the doctors and they have the oxygen mask, they are giving you an oxygen mask to help with the breathing. They're saying here, this is from spirit. Tapako heaven, katanama ishima yewa. Helping you with the breath, and it's as if the breath has this beautiful feeling, this scent to it, patotama pako ishiwa, this color to it. And they say sometimes it helps when you put your hand up, when you breathe, to feel it. It has a calming aspect to it when I'm breathing onto my hand. So I hope that's helpful. I hope that's helpful and gives you what is it? What's the saying? Some fresh air, a breath of fresh air. I feel a little shaky. Hello, Sharon. It's strawberry rhubarb tarot. Do you grow strawberry rhubarb in a garden? Pampo kuta nata tata ye pa ushe ye papa ma ewa ye tanui ta shiwa. It's like they're showing me this ladder. Patutanopa is it's not like a ladder you get right now at like Lowe's or Home Depot or Ace Hardware or True Value. This is like pukanuka ishema kitana ishema yewa. This is a well-used ladder. Ama ishema kipapa yipapa yipapa. They just want to say, Sharon, they're putting an extension. They're putting an extension on the ladder. So they're not saying it's not necessarily leveling up, leveling down, leveling over. It's just going to another level. They're not putting like a direction on it, just that there's going to be some extra. Oh, your grandmother and mother did, and they made the best pies. Yum, 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 yum. Have a good walk, Spirit Watcher Suzanne. And they're like, don't worry, even though this, they're like, we're matching age with age. So they're putting the addition that they're putting on the ladder. And they're saying something too about you don't have to worry about being on the fence, like making a decision about something, because you're going, you have a ladder. So you don't have to worry about being on the fence about something because you have a ladder. They're like, it's okay. We've got this wire. It's going to be completely safe. They're like, trust us. I'm not sure if I trust them. But you do. It's all from the same time. But if it's weathered and well used, they found something that matches that energetically. So let me just see what that means. They're talking about lining something up. Age to age. No, and talking about you don't have to be on the fence about this. And there's some speed to this, like the language is fast. Ipano ta tatanoma ashima titoma pakioma washwa washwa washwa. Pama itoma papa pano etna ashima yewa. They're like, okay, tano 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 kayewa. There's a time to take things slow, like when you're doing patuta mama pa ashama yewa. What is that? Is it embroidery? There's something like embroidery. I was gonna say quilting, but I think it's more of like embroidery. Kutano pa okama ashama yewa. There's a time for like planning, and then there's a time to go ahead with the fun part. So, okay, good. I'm glad that you know what that means. Good, good, good. And thank you for being here. And thank you for helping out everybody so much in your birthday wishes. You are treasured. Okay, Eliza. Yes, let's talk about the legs. Pa'atama, tutana, pa'ashama, kukama, pa pa ishamawa, ayena tapao, shimao, yatanama, shewa. They're just showing me this and like running into something. Katatanonoshtita, bumping into something. Patutudu, papa shima, wa ye, mpawa nuita. Atutonuma papa pakiama shima papa wa yewa. And they're just talking. Ponuma papa pa pa shiwa. Let me just sit with this for a second. I don't want to get the wrong. I want to just run into this. Tatanama koka. Panui tana papakyo. Ona toma oka shamai. They're saying that you understand very clearly about tatoka oshewa, things that you feel, like the unseen things, and they're bringing in this like earth feeling, like the things about Gaia. Paoka oshanama kipa wa yewa. Yena tano past tano kayewa. Ayena tama papakuewa. And the Panuti, Tanu pa Urshanama Wawaye. And I'm just wondering, have you ever had any thoughts or intuition, Eliza, about using like the natural things that might be in your perimeter, like Patu Pama Pa Kotanu Pa? They're like showing me earth, how it would like a bubble with cool water, warm water, but these are all nature things, things that are outside. Because they're talking about how those situations are more enrichment. Toma upapa shema. It's like the frequency is different than, say, when we're inside. Taking an Epsom salt bath is great. But this one is, it's not necessarily they're telling you, they just wanted to know. I'm sure that's something that has crossed your mind. And they're just bringing it back into a conversation. So I'm just going to check in with your legs. Atuka ma ashama wa ashawa eshawa mpaku ashewa. And they're talking about using the essence of a flower. Because we had talked about like the Bach flower essences, and I think you were part of that conversation before, like the flower essences. Atutanumaba tutanui kaana ishima kuko kuka kwa. And somebody's taking a feather and they're putting it over your legs. Tana, the lower. They're just brushing. Kutanu, katonu, 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 katonu. They're brushing the lower legs with the feather. One leg in particular. Ama kuka eshema ye paui tana papakia papa yewa. Manuita, manuita. Atana tana 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 ta. Just gonna put some energy here on the one leg. And it's giving me pressure here. Does this affect other parts of your body? Mary King says they're having leg issues too. Oh, you do use them. Okay, good. Atutama paush mama kuka 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 kuka. So they're showing me like your leg, and they're showing me like the energy. Tutana tana paushawa titana na 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 na, and they're like energetically, let's make it so a fish can swim through it, so it's not so dense. Pau tuta nuita. Energetic wise, we're just gonna look at the lower leg with energy. Pau kutana ba ashawa, and they're saying look at it as panuta, like the water they were talking about, or the bubbling earth. And even if the fish couldn't see, if it was murky, they could still travel through it. So they're just sending this fish, like a koi or a panutaba carp, haka, that's swimming through, coming back, swimming through, coming back, swimming through, coming back, opening that tutama pakotanaka, yeta, 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 yeta. And now they're doing this. Washewa, 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 just doing some energy work for your leg. Wukama yiwa. And they're saying again, it's one of those things where it affects other parts of our body. Tanui, ashti tanui, katanuishtita, ye tanakana pa ashtatanu kayewa. Just saying that it is connected to the other things. Kitana. I'm just gonna, I'm thinking about your ankle. Just gently tapping ankle. I'm just holding the bottom of the foot energetically. They're bringing in the bubbling earth. And they're talking about when it bubbles up and the air escapes. And while we're working on the body, just for the people here, the people that are going to show up for me, for myself physically too, we're just going to do some energy work, ankle, digestion, and just asking, saying that we're grateful for all of the help that we are given. Just being really grateful for our bodies and everything that they do for us. And just giving the gifts of being in nature. Enjoying the beauty around us as if it's medicine for us. And if we were to hold our hands up like a chalice, like a vessel, seeing the earth medicine, the medicine given from the others, filling us up. making us full. Topamu patutanu kapama shamayewa. Like the nectar of life, gifting. Kupa 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 kanapa. Manama yewa. Yitana, like the sweet water that drips off the leaf. Pauka urshima, filling up our medicine. Patui, patui. Paui. Sometimes we have a low level of this beautiful medicine. Kupa, kupa, kupa. Just everybody take a moment. If you're having the aches, the pains, belly issues, pressure, whatever it is, just say, like, thank you for letting us know something is up. Kotama pawa yewa, and just asking our helpers to just assist us with these issues. Patu kano, if it is for our best and highest good. Kapao, kapao. And I know someone asked about grief too. We can also add this for grief. Panu pao kla ama eshima wa. And they're saying like, silly girl, kutoma pashtita, the medicine, tatotano shtita. And they're showing me as it's this liquid in the ground, this nectar. It's like this small opening in the earth, and they're like, and it's like this golden, reflective liquid, the nectar. Kotama pa'ashima wawa kiawa. And it's thicker than water. And it has like the frequency of putono. For me, it's the hummingbird. It might be different for others. It could be like a butterfly energy. Kutanana, kutanana, kutanana. And it's as if nature is gifting this to us, as if nature collects this and holds this medicine for us. And we just see ourselves kneeling down by this beautiful nectar of life. We can put our hands in it, and smell it and feel how it feels. Know that we use what it is that we need. We don't overuse it. And as we try this out on our body, just seeing it giving us all the nutrition that we need, all the hydration, all the medicine, the frequency, the light, the color. And almost as if our heartbeat is beating the same as the earth heartbeat. And it calms us, our energy down, it grounds us, calls us back home. Calls us back home into our body, to what's important in this small moment with all of us together. What a gift. What a gift. Thank you, Eliza, for bringing this to us. I can feel the energy in my feet. Oof. Lovely. Lovely. And if anybody feels a little dizzy from the energy work, just see if you can feel your feet and call all of yourself back to make yourself whole. And you can even tuck yourself in by tapping your head. Okay. I don't know if you guys can hear what's in the background, but my chickens and roosters are like, when are you going to bring me out my treat? Ness, I am working on a creative writing project, 2 chapters, Letter to H and Easter Eve chapter. Any messages for my guides as I move through it in the next 2 to 4 weeks? Okay. Okay, so this is really interesting. Eliza says, when the water moves, it tells me what the incident was that created the water memory. Fun. Well, it was really beautiful, Eliza. It calmed, just connected my heart to the earth. So that was really beautiful. Okay. I am working on a creative writing project. Yes. They're giving you the, I should just really know the answer to this because this is like the fourth time it's come up and I still don't remember who it is. Which was the Greek mythology person that has the winged shoes? Who is that? They're showing me these golden gilded feet that take you where you need to go in a timely manner. And it's not just something here on the earthly plane. It's like you can fly as well. Oh, the Mercury god. Well, that's interesting because, in Hermes. Yeah. It might be more than one. I'm not sure. Or if Hermes has a couple. Yeah. Communication, internet, thinking, etc. Mercury. Okay, well, that's really interesting because Eliza, in the beginning, didn't you say something about Mercury? Mercury direct on Thursday is what Eliza said. Hermes is Mercury. Yeah, okay. So I'm seeing that they are definitely, I think gilded means gold. I'm not sure, but Tutah pa they are gold. And they feel like they're like a solid material, which doesn't feel that comfortable when I'm thinking about it. So I'm just gonna ask that the gold soften and be flexible. Because we want to be comfortable when we're doing this. Just asking the gold to soften and be flexible. Because we don't want this to be like a pain or uncomfortable. We're making it nice and soft. Like a slipper. And they're showing me like a ballet slipper, but not like the ballerina that has all the wounds. It's just that this is something that is soft. They're showing me that the words pa o ta ko ka ma shima ye wa ta wu shima wa anota. They're like the words build on the words panu ti ta na ma ye ta, and it's almost as if pa mama mama ye wa. It's almost as if my teacher, Alberto Vialdo, said that his stories are already written somewhere and he taps into it. And they're kind of showing me that, Ness, for you. It's like the story is there, the words are there. And I feel like as if they're showing me that you're doing the story, the writing, and the words build on one another, which to me, that seems as if they're good. They're good. The words will build on the words, and the words are there. When I'm thinking about it, there's lots of words ahead of you. And if I'm thinking about it, I might ask that, because there's a lot of flexibility because there's lots of words, maybe just we're just going to ask that we don't want a straight and narrow path. What is it, Sid? Is there a fly? What is it, honey? Just calling in to make it a little bit more easier to digest, because I could get lost in those words. And I'm not one for an outline. Those were not my favorite things, and I'm not saying an outline, I'm just saying if we could, make it a little bit more digestible is what I'm asking. Yeah, that's what Alberto does, Sharon. It's like the story has already been written, and we just need to write it down. Ness says, I just had this thought today, like a few hours ago, that no way, Ness. We are doing the telepathic thing. Oh my gosh. You know what? I don't know if you have some funny people, but they were just showing me, what was that cartoon? You know, the dog that eats the, I don't know if it's alphabet soup or alphabet cereal or something. I can almost hear the song, and then the dog can actually speak. I can speak English. Oh, Martha Speaks. Yeah, Martha Speaks. That's what it's called. That's funny. I haven't thought about that in a long time. Okay. Going back up. Here is Lori. Okay, I want to know what Tutah can tell us about the new ley lines that are being established on Mother Gaia. So they're already showing me they're laying like construction workers. They're like, okay, bring the lines down. Yeah, Martha Speaks. You know it too, Sharon, right? Tutah. Tamu tamuika. So Tutah, they said to me a while ago that Tutah means teachers. So they're bringing in teachers. And it's as if they're gifting us this knowledge, the know-how, directions, but they're not like the ones from like IKEA, where it's just like they're doing it in a way where no steps will be confused. And it's this beautiful way of working with earth. So the earth, if this was something that's envisioned in the ground, it's as if this really cool way of either where the earth gently opens to receive these lines, or if the earth doesn't have to open up at all, if it's one of those energetic things like what we did, I think it was Eliza with the lower leg turning into like a liquid energy. It could be something like that as well, because the fish needed to go through the energy for, I believe, Eliza. They're saying there's something special about how the earth receives this, as if almost as if, well, as welcoming as batteries. And they're like the batteries, these ley lines. They're saying some people might be worried about kind of like the thing where a battery goes in backwards. It's like, come on, turn on. How come it's not powering up? They're showing me time. So if we don't feel it powering up or doing it's talent. Just wait. It's waiting for something. Is there anything else we need to know? And they're saying as if, even if something is is being well received, like the earth is showing us for this, that there's always some sort of adjustment, even if it's something with like a new battery. It's almost as if they're showing when something powers down, we compensate, by like, what if we turned this dial up a little bit if it's like, and so when it's like fully turned on, there is going to be a little bit of a shift and adjustment. It's just, it might feel like the volume's up a little too high. That's just an example. That's not something, if they're just being like metaphorical and telling us this. It's not necessarily like a pitch or a sound. And they're gifting us these symbols in our heart space on our chest, because today it just seems like it's hard for me to catch my breath. So they're actually giving us these patokama ushama titomapa. It's like something that tutinan, it's not like a tattoo. It's something that just like the earth receives the ley line. They're giving us these things imprinted on our chest. So when the time is right, it's easier for us to receive. Yeah. Ness, I like your comment about the Greek god with the winged shoes. For people who can't see what Ness said, I'm just gonna post this. When I asked about the writing project, unknowingly, that is the god of communication and currently retrograde and will go direct soon. The timing. Yeah, the timing feels like I got goosebumps. I got goosebumps. I hope that I hope that makes some sort of sense. Nancy Jean of I'm sure that stands. I'm like, does that stand for New Jersey? And I'm like, no, it's Nancy Jean Garden Works. And Nancy Jean Garden, that's the name. Is that a YouTube channel, Eliza? Nancy works with ley lines. Hello, Annie Bear. Okay. Well, that was really cool. I knew that I was going to enjoy that. It gives me some peace. Okay. I'm going to go over here to start because I messed my system up. Okay. Yeah, and you guys can add to the comments if you guys came up with anything about the ley lines, because that's pretty cool. Oh, have a good night's rest, Wayne. Good night. Okay. Hi, Michaela. Yeah, let's see if we get some messages for you. It's coming in with this nice, gentle feeling. As if the waters are calm right now. It feels good. It feels calm. Peaceful. As if it almost feels as if the sails of the sailboat are taking a rest right now, a well-deserved rest, and just enjoying itself on this, the gentle waves. Pau ta pau tuka, and they're talking about how beautiful the sky can be when it changes color, kupama, and how it reflects in the water. And it's just the most beautiful piece of artwork there could ever be. And there's like not a camera or a video, a photo, maybe a painting. Maybe a painting could be the closest thing. Artwork could be the closest thing because we can speak our feelings through art. Atupa oka una ushema wakyama ushewa. But it's like this artwork of nature is a miracle. Koka ma ushema wa yewa. And especially when you're resting, a well-earned rest, Kitanma ma ushema yewa, and you just take that moment, Michaela, to just be in awe, because it's like this color in the sky is all around. It's in the reflection, and we just get this gift to be in awe, to witness, and it's almost as if you're one of those people that the beauty of it, the being in awe of it, just really, really fills you up. I feel like you do not take those things for granted. I feel like this is something that is a treasure. And if things have been a little, like, it's not that they're saying that there was too much wind in the sails for something that was happening. It's just that this is just a nice, beautiful rest. Like you get to just rest right here and be in awe. So I hope that that's the feeling that you feel, because it makes me feel like really happy to be alive. Almost brings tears when I think about that. Ellen says, will I actually start a podcast, and will I actually help others, and how? They're having me look at this. And they're focusing on the act in actually. Act and then an act. Let's see where they go, Ellen. And Ellen, thank you so much for all your support and for showing up. Po ka uka anui mama yepa, and I see this opening in the yetama papapaku tanoka maeshmawa. It's as if I was thinking like of an open heart, and I'm like, well, maybe it's an open wound that helps others, and it's like, no, it's this opening, like how I channel. It goes like, it's different for other people, whether they're channeling a light language or art or whatever it is. They're showing me it's here. So voice, anutapa okama ershama wa 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 wa, and it goes like right below where the rib cages meet there in the middle. It's like this opening. It's not like a huge opening. It's one of those things where it's like it's not giving birth to, where there needs to be this big opening or this big production of like labor. They say this is just something that opens. It's almost as if I'm thinking of like a crevasse. But this is like, I'm seeing it as like the earth opening up a bit. I can see a color. And again, they're saying it's not this huge production or a huge effort. Sometimes we think of like labor of love or giving birth to something. They say, even if you were to just practice with like a spatula in your home or a ladle, and I almost see you doing this as a little girl, Tutama Ushtha, they're like the words have this frequency and they have this vibration. So they're all telling us, as if you guys are in the gallery watching this. Yapalnu pa Ushama. It's almost as if look to like the children and what they do. Like they'll put like a cape on and they'll do it with the ladle or with a stick, and they're like, it can be as easy and as lighthearted. And they say your delivery, even though this isn't a huge labor, but your delivery will be right on time. Right on time. And then they're bringing the word act in again, as if theater, being on the stage. And they say, even if you feel like there may not be a lot of people in the gallery, they say they want you to not focus on who is showing up, because because they're reminding me, like with the light language and the frequency, that I could just be using the language in my room here or outside, and they're talking about the resonance of words, of sound, and they say that don't try not to focus on it being like a big thing, because it's the right thing. And it's like this opens pretty easily for you to do this, to channel what it is that you need to articulate. And they say that you'll do it in this flavor. They're talking about a flavor, like your own particular flavor, and doing it in a sacred way. Like you don't take it lightly, but you can energetically be a little bit more light with it, so it doesn't seem as if it's a big production. You used to talk into a hairbrush as a little girl. Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. I think I might have just done that a couple of weeks ago. That's funny. Okay, let's see. And there's the ley line question, and Michaela and Ellen. Okay, ooh, I'm excited for this one too. Oop. Okay, message from Spirit for humanity and the planet. They say, yeah, they can go a little bit deeper, but they've given us some of these really good ideas. Yeah, see? You already knew, Ellen. Just ask your little inner child, your little inner girl to guide you, because it's something that already opens. Yeah. Guardian. Hi, Guardian. Pa pao, kumapa. Anui papa, ewa ushawa. They're just talking about something that, like when that saying about like, now the saying's going to leave me, like two ships passing in the night. Atutanupa, yeta. So there's something about panupa no tanuka, something about passing each other in the night. Pakukama pakuka yewa. Patutanama, eshima, kietama, yewawa, yena tanushtita. And I'm just like, well, I'm thinking about, would it be nice to meet instead of passing in the night? And then they're like, not right now. It's almost as if passing in the night keeps the balance. Passing in the night keeps the balance. So there's these two things that are not, they're not patukama oshamama visible. Kupama ashawa yetano kapanu ishtita. And it's something about balance, like the magnetic papapanu tanu ishtita pull. Ye tanui ka ma'ashima yewa wa yewa. And tanui pa oka oshama pa uka upa oshama kita anui mama yewa. Ayewa ishima yewa mama ye mama kaka yewa wa. Ayena yena mau kapa yema wa shima o kya wa. Anuita, just talking about keeping things in balance. And there's these two things. Apama pao tatao ku edama ushima o kya ma ushima yewa. I'm just asking, I'm like, what do we need to know about these two things, the magnetic pull? Kupano pa ushtatano. Anu tama ushimai kai wama. And it's something that's like written in stone. Pa ushima pa. And it's like a lighter color stone. And it tato ka anoshtata, it's like a stone. Patu tanoshtita naye, while that's standing up, and it has the writing. It's a lighter color stone, like white, and tato, the engraving, like the color inside the engraving is a like almost a rusty brown. Kotama urshama. I'm just trying to see. I can't tell the language that's written on this. I just know it's written in stone. And again, they're bringing in the not that this is a main part of this message, but they're bringing in that the ley lines have been laid. It's something to help us keep in balance. Mightier. They're saying that even though we think highly of ourselves, like our intelligence and whatnot, that there are mightier forces, almost as if, we're like the fleas on earth. We think we're like elephant size, but we're fleas. Etitama mama ishama papau kupana wa yewa. Yena tama ishama kwa kiama shima kwa ye pa wa yema wishama wa yewa. Yetama tama pa ukana pa ishama. Yeta. Pa oshama yewa. And they're like, they appreciate how passionate that we can be on the tanukama ishama yewa. But they're just saying things are already written in stone. And they just really want us to take those moments of like the sailboat being calm and just really feasting, not just our eyes, but just kind of like feasting our whole being with the things in nature around us, and like just really, really connecting to earth. And I think that's one thing that helps us be in balance, because we can be pretty clever as humans, but sometimes we've lost our way with nature. And they're talking about payment with money, but they're like the sunset and the sunrise have this amazing value, but it's not something that you would have to work and worry about paying the bills. They're like the sunrises and the sunsets, and there's a value. And somehow I believe they're letting us know that the more we get back into just sitting on the front steps, and whether you're in a city, an apartment building, wherever it is, just really um, being feasting ourselves with the nature around us. So, yeah, you may share your podcast here, Ellen. Go ahead, and I'll put it up on the screen. So, yeah. So that feeling, Guardian, makes me feel kind of like a silly human, but also that things, to just really tap into that, like what they did before, like tapping into the heartbeat, the life, like all of that wonderful stuff that's around us. Yeah, Guardian says the Octurians are bringing it. ETs are supposed to be bringing us a gift, and I wonder if this has something to do with it. Pa'oka Oshima. I'm getting the yes eye, and they're showing me like the trajectory is good. I don't know. Does that make sense to you? Something about the trajectory. Yeah. Yeah, you had a beautiful sunset, Eliza. The clouds were awesome. There's just something about a storm and the sunset that just kind of really boosts a sunset, is when there's a little bit of chaos going on around. Annie Bear says, higher values gives higher sight with our higher hearts. Humble gratitude, like that, JJ. You have a way of saying it, Annie Bear. And I think we all know each other here, but if there's anybody watching, this is Annie Bear. Annie Bear, it stands for 7 feathers. And if you're on YouTube, which you are right now, you can just, in the search engine, do the @ symbol and then Annie Bear 7F. And yeah, Annie Bear has a way with the words from nature, like just channeling these small yet powerful messages from nature. Thank you, Annie Bear. And here's the podcast. And I think that you sent this to me. I haven't had a chance to look at it, but I think this is one that you sent me to my email. So let's help support Ellen and check that out. Sal Rods is watching the sunset now. Pinks, purples, grays. Yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. You're welcome, Ellen. Anytime. Let me see. Jewel of the Tarot. This looks informative. Thank you, Jewel. Rory Duff is a geologist and a geobiologist and has been mapping energy lines for more than 15 years. Astrologer Pamela Gregory has interviewed him a few times. Cool. Rory Duff and Pamela Gregory. Thank you. Sharon says, I had a nap this afternoon. I dreamed of sunsets in different colors I had never seen before. Magical. Oh, and Eliza says that Rory has been on Nancy Jean's channel. So is it what is the channel, Eliza? Is it at NJ Garden? Is that Nancy's channel? Eliza has a blog. Oh, right here. Great name. Eyes of Heaven. Eyes of Heaven. WordPress. I love a good sunset. Burlington, Vermont has the most beautiful sunsets. We have good ones here in Idaho, but I don't know. I haven't really found one that matches the ones that I've seen in Vermont. Let me see. We are past an hour. Let me see here. I know I don't get to as many as these as I would like. Faye, I haven't given you a reading in a while. Yeah, I try not to trigger anyone. Spirit reading. Yeah, they're showing me. Faye, do you do tarot or oracle or have oracle cards? They're showing me maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna pull a card for you because they're showing me a booklet and some cards. Do you? Oh, I bet you have some of those. I think all of us here have cards. Let me see. Faye. If anybody's wondering what I do with my eyes, I have a yes and no eye, and then I'll be like going somewhere with the language, and of course I'm asking like 3 or 4 questions, so I'm like either ahead or behind the language coming through because I'm asking questions and clarification. What? This kind of fits in with everything we talked about with these beautiful ley line questions and guardians question. So this is crystals, and it says amplification. And so this reminds me too. Of the symbol that they gave us. If some people missed that, they came through and they were talking about the ley lines, and there's some that the Earth is receiving. However, the timing is coming up for them to be activated. But they also gave us these symbols in our heart space, so it can help us receive a little bit easier when things are activated. Yes, Faye. Faye says tarot cards only, and I haven't used them yet because they're difficult to understand. I got goosebumps with that. Okay, so what might be helpful is they're showing me they're showing me that the messages, I don't know if this has something to do with angels, but they're showing me that the angels will help you with the story of the cards. So one thing, and I think Susan might still be here, but there's one thing that is really, really amazing is you hold your cards and you pick 3 cards, and this is just, to get to know your deck. Just hold your cards, introduce yourselves, introduce your selves. I don't know how many selves you have, but get used to it, blow into it, and pick as many cards as your heart, your intuition tells you. And if there's pictures on these, good night, Salrads. If you have pictures that might tell a story, they say instead of focusing on the information from the booklet, they say that you have a story in your heart. And so, like for instance, Susan picked 3 of her cards, and it's something I like to do too. I pick 3 cards, I flip them over, and I say, okay, I'm going to write this quick little easy story. And I flip them around, and if there's like, one of the cards looks more like a beginning, a middle, or an end, I'll shift those. And what I do is I get a piece of paper, a writing utensil, and I start the prompt off with it can be multiple things, but you could start with a spiritual warrior went on an adventure. And then you write a little story with the beginning, the middle, and the end. And then if anybody does that and wants to share their story with me, I'll tell you the second part of that exercise. And here's my email. I love doing these. Yeah. Susan, it was powerful. Don't give it away, but it's pretty powerful. If you send it to me, I'll tell you what the next step is. It's just this quick little, keep it quick, keep it fun. Shouldn't take more than like 7 minutes. And then send me your story. Anybody can do that. Yeah. So that's one way to get used to your cards, is just playing around with them. But it can be confusing. And I know that there are some people, I'm not sure in this community, do you guys teach a little bit about tarot cards? I know there's this one guy, I can't remember his name though. He's not somebody from our community, but he does do little lessons in tarot. Jules says, tarot, like astrology, is like learning a language. The cards 1 through 10 tell a journey from start to completion. That's where I focused. The numbers, then the suits, the elements, and I'm sure Jules typing. I'll put this up here. Yeah, I think since we're past an hour, I apologize for not getting to everybody, but I feel like a lot of that was for the collective. So thank you for being here and helping that come through. Annie Bear says, I did weeding today, cutting back as simultaneously cleaning cluttered thoughts, bent wackadoodle thoughts out of my head. It's a great exercise. Yes, Sequoia, was that you? The Love and Light Brigade? I have it written on this piece of paper right here. Was that you that said that? I love that. Okay, so Jeffrey from Ripe Color teaches tarot. So if you need any extra help, or if it's just not the right time for you in the tarot cards, I saw that you have your pendulum. So, but they just showed me the cards, so I just wanted to ask you about them. Okay, and here's the other part. Learned the major arcana separately and the courts last. Take your time and enjoy the journey. And Jewel has helped people too. Sequoia, I'm going to write that down so I can give you the proper, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean. Quoted by Sequoia. Okay. Well, thank you everybody for coming out to play with us on Tuesday. Things that are coming up this Saturday, Richie and I are going to be having a conversation about the spiritual journey. Hoping you guys can add to the conversation about your spiritual journey as well. And then let's see. Let me look at my calendar. Yep, the spiritual journey with Richie. It's 3 p.m. Pacific time. Hopefully I got that right today, Richie. And then we on Sunday will be on Debbie Freebird's Spirit. Lisa and I will be doing some mini readings. So yeah, and that happens. I believe it's 12 Pacific on Sunday. And then of course on Monday I do the meditation in the morning. And there you have it. If anybody, thank you, Richie, for the confirmation. Thought I did not mess that up. And yeah, good time to be with you guys today. And thank you for the new clients that made appointments. If you're interested in a private journey session, chit chat, you can go to Tutah Speaks, www.tutahspeaks.com, and just click on journey, and then you get to schedule it. It's $55. You get to schedule it and pay for it, right? I made it pretty easy because before it was a little complicated. It's easier now. So thank you, everybody. And I will see you. I understand about being nervous, Faye. I had a deck of cards that was tarot and crystals, and I felt very lost. So I had that deck in my healing room for a long time, and then I got some other ones that weren't so intimidating, like the oracle cards. And so I was focusing and playing with those. And I have this person who does tarot come into my healing room, and she picked it up and she's like, you're hurting the feelings of these tarot cards, like they feel abandoned. And so now I pull them out and use them however my intuition feels, because they are really beautiful. And yeah, so just play around with them, Faye. Hi, Bernie girl. All right, everybody, have a good night. I'll see you guys Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Wherever I see you, I see you. Bye, everybody. Sleep well.